Dear students, in this lecture, we will prove some results on orthonormal sets. Let us prove these results. So, first result which we are going to prove is if even we have a finite orthonormal set in Hilbert space. So, if E1, E2, En is a finite orthonormal set is a finite orthonormal set. What is orthonormal set? In previous lecture we have defined orthonormal set. It is set of unit and pairwise orthogonal sets. Is a finite orthonormal set in Hilbert space H, in Hilbert space H, then two properties hold. First is I is equal to 1 to n mod xi ei square is always less equal to norm of x square, and second property that the vector I is equal to 1 to n x ei is always orthogonal to Ej for each j, where this holds for any vector x in H, where x is any vector in H, where x is any vector in H. So, we will prove this result. So, in order to prove the first result, we are going to consider an expression sigma I is equal to, so better I write this as x minus I is equal to 1 to n x ei square. So, we will consider the norm of this vector x minus I is equal to 1 to n x ei square. This we can write as inner product of x minus I is equal to 1 to n x ei minus x minus the same vector. So, I may replace I by j. Which summation variable we use, that is immaterial. For example, this sum, say I is equal to 1 to n I, is same as the sum j is equal to 1 to n j. So, which summation variable we use, that is immaterial. So, it is x minus j is equal to 1 to n x ej. Now, simplify this. In order to simplify this inner product, we have to use two properties of inner product. We often use these two properties in simplification of inner product. So, alpha x plus beta y and z equals to alpha times inner product of x z plus beta times inner product of y and z. And second property which we often use is this: x inner product of alpha y and beta z equals to alpha conjugate inner product of x and y plus beta conjugate of x and z. So these two properties we often use in simplification of calculations that involve inner products. So you simplify this. This I can write as x times second vector as it is. So x times x minus j is equal to 1 to n x ej minus this expression, this second vector I is equal to 1 to n, so that I am writing here I is equal to 1 to n xei and the second vector as it is. So I put it as it is, this and this over here, x minus summation j is equal to 1 to n xej. Now simplify this. So we are basically using these two properties. Now further simplification is, this is equal to inner product of x and x, this and this vector, minus, it will be a conjugate because it is in second part. So j is equal to 1 to n. What is conjugate of xej? It is ejx. So let me put it as conjugate of xej conjugate and inner product of x and ej. So x ej conjugate and inner product of this x and this ej, that I am writing now here, x ej. Okay, minus the next step is to simplify this. So this will distribute over here, so that will be I is equal to 1 to n inner product of xei and eix, this ei and x, I am writing it here over here, and last term will be this minus minus, you can write it as plus, we will have two summations, I is equal to 1 to n, j is equal to 1 to n, this will be as it is, xei, then this scalar will be conjugate, so that will be xej conjugate, and what we will have is inner product of ei and ej, this ei and this ej, that we will have ei and ej. Now since this is an orthonormal set, ei inner product of ei and ej is 0 if I is not equal to j, that is inner product of ei and ej is 0 if I is not equal to j. So it is easy to observe with this fact that inner product of ei and ej is 0, then this will get simplified to the statement that this is equal to norm of x square minus, only one term will be non-zero here, that is when this is actually no, there is no I and j, so this will be simply minus j is equal to 1 to n mod x ej square. So which property of complex numbers we are using? Z into z conjugate equals to mod z square. This property we are using. Similarly, these are conjugates of each other. So again, by using same property, I can write this as minus I is equal to 1 to n. This term will be simplified to mod x ei square, and with the noting the fact that inner product of ei and ej is equal to 0 if I is not equal to j, and inner product of ei and ei is equal to norm of ei square, that is equal to 1 as it is orthonormal set. So with this fact, we can easily observe that all terms will be 0 except when j is equal to I. So this will get simplified to plus I is equal to 1 to n. This is equal to 1 when j is equal to 1, as I have explained. So, and these are conjugates of each other. So by using the fact that z into z conjugate equals to mod z square, this will be simply mod x ei square. Okay. So all these three terms are equal. This is equal to this is equal to this, and first and third term equals to this. So any two terms gets cancelled, and what we are left with is this. So that I can write it as norm x square minus I is equal to 1 to n mod x ei square. So what I am saying is this term and this term gets cancelled. I mean, first and second and fourth term, this and this gets cancelled. What we are left with is this. Thus, what we proved is this. Norm of, see, we began with this. So, norm of x minus summation I is equal to 1 to n mod x ei square equals to this expression norm x square minus summation I is equal to 1 to n mod x ei square mod x ei square. Left hand side is clearly always greater equal to 0, and hence right hand side must also be greater equal to 0. So what we have, that norm of x square is greater equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n mod x ei square, and this is what we wanted to prove. So we are done with first. Okay, this completes the proof of first inequality. For proving second, consider we have to prove that this is orthogonal to this. So to prove that this vector is orthogonal to this vector, for each ej we will consider their inner product, and if their inner product evaluates to 0, then we can say that these two vectors are orthogonal to each other. So let me consider the inner product of I think there is a correction involved here. I should have written this as x minus, okay, is orthogonal to EJ. That would be the correct result. So note the correction here, and that we are going to prove it. So we will consider inner product of these vectors. Consider, I will continue in this part, that let me erase this part. Consider inner product of x minus inner product of I is equal to 1 to n x ei, ei and ej, where ej is fixed vector. This gets simplified to inner product of x and ej minus inner product of summation I is equal to 1 to n inner product of, no need to put bracket here, x ei, ei and yes, I should put here inner product. So I am simply using I am keeping ej as it is here and simplifying that if inner product of x minus y and z, I am simply using this property in simplification. This equals to inner product of xz minus yz. So this equals to xej minus I is equal to 1 to n x ei, inner product of ei and ej. But we know that this is an orthonormal set, so all terms in this expression will be 0 except when I equals to j. So this is equal to xej minus only one term will be non-zero, that is when I is equal to ej, ej, since inner product of ei and ej is 0 if I is not equal to j. So what we will have is this is equal to inner product of xej minus xej, because this is going to be equal to 1. So since ej equals to norm of ej square, and that equals to 1. So this evaluates to 0. Thus the inner product is 0. So we must have that x minus this vector I is equal to 1 to n x ei, ei is orthogonal to ej, and this is what we wanted to prove. Okay, thank you.